Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Generations Iron Man and Ironheart. So let's start talking about this issue. So this is kind of the middle of all these Generations books. We're still getting some. We've already received some. And so far I've been enjoying the Generations event, but let's see if I enjoyed the Iron Man issue. I really love this cover. I enjoy seeing Ironheart and Iron Man. Very cool artwork here. I like it more than the white background. The white background is kind of plain to me, but I enjoy the artwork for these. And then the interior artwork, really like the opener. Really like the artwork there. Beautiful kind of watercolor look. But then the artist changes, the coloring's still the same, so it's kind of consistent, but you can tell with the art change that there are multiple pencilers on this book, so that's a little bit jarring for the issue, but I will say the best part of this issue was the artwork. I did enjoy it for the most part, but kind of wish there were just one penciler on the issue. But let's start talking about the story. So, this issue kind of takes a different turn compared to the other Generations book. So the other books we get to see our mentee meeting up with their mentor in the past. This issue you get to see Ironheart meet Iron Man in the future, which makes sense for their characters because Iron Man and their suits and science is always about looking to the future and trying to come up with what's next. So it made sense for Riri to go into the future. So just like every other character, Riri is really confused at what's going on. Where am I? And that lasts a good couple of pages. Maybe a little bit longer than I wanted to. And then she meets up with these characters that are kind of obscure, but they did have an animated movie, and that was the New Avengers. So they've shown up here and there in the Marvel Universe, but I don't expect everyone to know them. But if you've seen the animated movie, that's who they are. They're the next Avengers. Sorry, not New Avengers. So let me show you guys an image of that. So the next Avengers show up, and you get to see, again, a future of Iron Man. And Iron Man's older. He's like 100 and something years old. He's the Sorcerer Supreme at this point, so he's magic and technology combined, and he sees that the world is better, you don't have to use paper money, and there's other things that he mentions that, oh, you know, we improve the world. And they go off into a battle, and Ironheart kind of sees her future. She learns that she's going to be really smart, she's going to be a doctor, and the galaxy's going to know her. That's kind of the point of the issue. That she kind of gets a little bit spoiled of at least this version of her future. And Ironheart's happy. She gets to meet up with Iron Man. She sees kind of a cool future. And she's getting ready for work. And that's the end of the issue. So what I think of the issue overall, I don't know if this one was as necessary as the others. So, like Hulk I didn't love because I feel like it didn't do much for their story. Loved Wolverine, loved Jean Grey, enjoyed Hawkeye because I feel like at least it tied in somewhat with the actual storyline that's going on. With Hawkeye, it has to do with her father and her seeing the similarities between her and Clint. Jean Grey, we get to see obviously her whole journey with the Phoenix Force, and Wolverine, I think, being the best Generations issue of her saying goodbye to her dad. The opportunity she never had. Here, you know, because we've gotten to see Riri interact with Tony so much in her own book, it really doesn't feel needed to have the Sorcerer Supreme version of Iron Man talking to Riri saying, you're going to have a bright future. Because I think we all knew that Riri's going to have a bright future. I think she knows it too. She knows that she's smart. So it's kind of a weird tie-in. I think because also the actual Iron Man book doesn't have a complete direction right now. It's kind of been stalling for Marvel Legacy. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling this one. I guess if you're a fan of Next Avengers, that was kind of a cool little tidbit that happens here. But there's a lot of exposition of explaining, this is the future! Isn't it amazing? But not a lot of interesting character moments or heart-to-heart between Ironheart and Iron Man, ironically. So overall, I gave this one 2.5 stars. This honestly is next to my least favorite of the Generation issues. I'm still debating if I like this one or Hulk a bit more, but those are the two lower tier ones. So yeah, I didn't really fully enjoy the Iron Man one. I feel like there wasn't as much of a purpose for this one compared to the others, but at least it was a little bit original / different with it being in the future. So I gave this one 2.5 stars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later.